Third actor, just say Andre, aka the Whiner.
Before XXXTentacion blew up as an iconic SoundCloud rapper, pumping out tracks like Jocelyn Flores, Fuck Love, Take a Step Back, Revenge, and Look at Me. Before X would be voted in for the 10th spot for the XXL 2017 freshman list and sign a deal with a major label. Before his debut studio album 17 debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and his second studio effort, well, it would skyrocket to number 1.
And I'm gonna be donating a bunch of clothes, a bunch of PS4s, like shoes, just different things to the kids. I'm gonna donate like a bunch of stuff to them.
XXXTentacion is one of, if not the most talked about artist of 2017, and was celebrated for his music, his artistry, and his candor with his fans. Achieving amazing feats with his 2 studio releases, X was set to change the music game forever, but all the while he was still haunted by his criminal past. He was no stranger to jail and grew up in and out of correctional facilities. Still, after his most recent release from jail, X seemed to be turning over a new leaf. He made plans to go back to school to get his GED and got to work on charitable actions. He had pledged to donate over $100,000 to domestic violence prevention programs. He donated clothes, shoes, and PS4s to underprivileged children in an effort to start what he called the Helping Hand Challenge. And he was encouraging his fans to do good things to spread positivity. In fact, in his last Instagram post ever, well, it was all about doing a charity event. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of XXXTentacion prior to his untimely passing, here for you on Before They Were Gone. Now, this is not a video I'm excited about making. In fact, it touches pretty close to home. I know X was a fan of the show, or at least a viewer, as he has shared footage of him watching this show via Instagram. Now, he was definitely a profound artist, and when speaking about him, I would describe him or put him in the same box as Tupac, Elvis, and Kurt Cobain. Sadly, these are other legendary artists who we lost too young. I mean, the man was only 20, so please leave your condolences in the comments down below. XXXTentacion was born José Onfroy on January 23rd, 1998 in Plantation, Florida, 45 minutes north of Miami. X's sister Ariana, she actually uploaded a video to her YouTube channel reacting to their childhood videos.
So why you little boy, man?
Always crying. Always crying.
His father, Dwayne Ricardo Onfroy, who now posts photos to Instagram hanging out with baby José, well, he missed out on a lot of the kid's youth after being sent to prison around the time X was 10 or 11. Now, his mother, Cleopatra Bernard, wasn't exactly fit to raise her boy, and he would bounce around to different homes, including time with his father's other girlfriends and his grandmother. While his relationship with his mom was described as mostly a positive one, X did reveal that there were times when she would mentally abuse him. On the other hand, she did often compliment him on his looks, and she dressed him up in Abercrombie & Fitch. Now, he loved his mother to bits and pieces, and he always wanted her attention. Then when a man put his hands on her when he was 6 years old, well, he attacked the man, biting him while holding a shard of glass. Now, X would also bring violence into the schoolyard, often getting into brawls, which led to him getting expelled from Margaret Middle School. He got kicked out of at least one other school for fighting, and at one point, well, he was put in a behavioral correctional facility called the Sharing House and spent 9 months at this boot camp. When his mother finally had enough and kicked him out the house, he moved to Lauderhill to live with his grandma. Now, he had little to focus on or plans for the future, but he did love music. X would not only listen to the most popular rappers like Lil Wayne, Tupac, and Biggie, but he would also listen to Nirvana, The Fray, 3 Days Grace, and Papa Roach. Taking note of his interest in music, his aunt put him in singing classes, and he spent some time learning the guitar and piano. He also took karate classes and was a big fan of the UFC. Outside of music and sports, another passion of his was womanizing, and seeing as he was popular on Tumblr and Facebook, well, he had a lineup of girls that he could get with. In his teens, X racked up a slew of charges including armed robbery, armed burglary, possession of a firearm, resisting without violence, armed robbery with dwelling, possession of oxycodone, the list goes on and on. He was the target of a drive-by shooting and took a bullet in the shoulder, a scary foreshadowing of things to come. Now, music became his only consistent interest in life, and his only hope for a better future. He dropped his first song, Vice City, in March of 2014 and promoted it to his followers online, but he wouldn't be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor for long, as he was soon being sent to a youth detention center for gun possession. It was in this facility that he would meet Ski Mask the Slump God, and the two quickly became the best of friends. They bonded over their ambitions to become recording artists and encouraged one another to get better. Again, X's violent side also came out, with him almost killing his cellmate. The man had developed an infatuation with X, and well, he would watch him shower. Then one day he had had enough and he attacked the man, resulting in the guard stepping in and throwing X in the hole. Once both rappers got out, they formed the Very Rare Collective and started to bubble up on SoundCloud with tracks like Fuck, Skin, Teeth, Riot, Tummy Tuck, and I Love It When They Run, which today all clock in millions of plays. Producing these bangers, working with nothing but a mic and a laptop, this gave X his signature style. For cash, X worked at a call center as a phone operator, making just $10 an hour, and it wouldn't be long before he would return to crime. In July of 2016, he was arrested again, this time for charges of robbery and assault with a deadly weapon. While locked up in Broward Regional Detention Center in Fort Lauderdale, X's track Look At Me started to gain some serious hits on SoundCloud. His online buzz turned into a roar, with fans posting the hashtag #FreeX absolutely everywhere. Soon enough, mainstream news were also talking about X, and there were accusations being made of Drake ripping off Look At Me for his track KMT.
I know who they're talking about.
Is this the extension guy?
I don't even think that's how you say his name. But yeah, that's
I tried to practice.
They call him
extension.
X. Yeah. So anyway,
X posted bail set at $10,000, but it wouldn't be long before he would be back behind bars. On October 8th of 2016, he was arrested again, this time charged with aggravated battery of a pregnant woman, domestic battery by strangulation, false imprisonment, and witness tampering. Following his release from jail, X would have a series of concerts that would turn bloody, with a riot breaking out in Miami. He made headlines again when he punched a fan in self-defense, and then a cancelled show in Chicago. It turned into a riot, and all these scandals, well, they only further inflated his fan base. X landed the coveted 10th spot on the XXL 2017 freshman list, and his debut studio album entered the Billboard 200 in the #2 spot. Soon major labels were knocking on his door, and there was an offer made for $6 million for him to sign with Capitol Music. There was certainly money coming in, because X bought himself a BMW i8, as well as a pair of Camaros for his boys.
It's not really an accomplishment unless I'm helping like 1,000 homeless kids, but I feel like I did something, yeah.
Him and Ski Mask, they would have a very public falling out, and he would also have beef with Rob Stone, and then he got jumped by men who he thought were the Migos.
Just know they had fire and they pulled a gun on me, man. Amigos, straight up. Look at this shit. Y'all niggas had the chance to kill me. How you had fire and ain't shoot me?
It turns out it wasn't them. Now his sister, she started a YouTube channel revealing that the two of them, well, they were no longer on speaking terms.
I don't know why my crutches keep being wrapped up in this boy mouth. I don't understand. I guess that's where he feels like he can hurt me with, but he don't even know that those words don't mean anything to me.
Despite all of his success, X's trial for domestic abuse, it kept lingering over his head. Then X decided to change up both his look and his social media pages. He deleted all of his content from Instagram and opted for a different hair color, then he shaved off his eyebrows, and he got additional face tattoos, including one on his forehead of a tree. After several court delays on December 14, 2017, well, X pled not guilty and was taken into a pre-trial custody and held without bail. But just a few days later, it was confirmed that he would be released on house arrest. Now at the beginning of 2018, X began posting to his YouTube channel, and it seemed like he made a few New Year's resolutions. On January 22nd, he published a video vlogging about some new charitable efforts.
I want to ask, I'm not going to ask everybody, but it can be short. I want to ask what your dreams are. What's your dream? NBA. What's your NBA? Want to be in the NBA?
He would go on to say, I really wanted to not only record it just to set some sort of positive energy into the air, but also to kind of influence other people to do it as well. I was actually going to start a movement called The Helping Hand, where you guys record you doing good things for people and kind of spread that positive energy. In February of 2018, X released a song called Hope, dedicated to the survivors of the Douglas High School shooting. It was released shortly after X hosted a benefit show where he offered condolences to the victims. That month, he also posted on social media that he was planning on refocusing on his education and would later announce that he had plans to go to community college to get his GED. But not all of his posts that month were so positive. On February 5th of 2018, his Twitter account posted explicit pictures of Drake, while his Instagram account, it posted something even more disturbing. If anyone tries to kill me, it was Drake. I'm snitching right now. X later claimed he was hacked, but would go on to trade insults with his former collaborator Trippie Redd. Now following reports that Trippie worked on Drake's song God's Plan, but that beef, it would be squashed pretty quickly, ending in March.
The nigga X on the DM I'm talking about. Yeah, you know that nigga Ben, shut your bitch ass up. I be calling X. Every time he say something about me, I call his line, cause he's not about that.
This new project, this album's not about the words, it's about the feeling. It'll be very hard to understand, but very easy to listen to. It's not what you're expecting. Even if you feel like you understand my music, be prepared to not understand this music. Whether his listeners understood the music or not, the project peaked at #1 on the Billboard 200, making it his highest charting project of all time. Now, X was released from house arrest on March 21st, 2018. Shortly thereafter, well, yet another scandal emerged, as footage surfaced of him hitting a woman. While his lawyers argued that the video was a joke, X claimed that he was already being financially extorted by the woman and her family members. And the woman, well, she came forward days later, stating this. For those of you who are questioning why I didn't come forth earlier was because I was terrified for my life. Imagine someone doing that to you unprovoked at 16, let alone the people he associated himself with. Truth of the matter is, I would still be holding on to this secret if it wasn't leaked. On May 10, 2018, Spotify announced that it was going to stop promoting or recommending X or the R&B artist R. Kelly. The company stated, "We don't censor content because of an artist or creator's behavior, but we want our editorial decisions to reflect our values." The decision was later reversed on June 1st after Top Dog Entertainment CEO Anthony Tiffith, well, he threatened to remove his label's music from the service. Then on Monday afternoon of June 14, 2018, X posted his final Instagram story saying, "Planning a charity event for this weekend, Florida." Now at the time, he was apparently shopping for motorcycles in South Florida, and as he was leaving the dealership, well, a gunman ran up to his vehicle and shot him. Witnesses checked, they found that he didn't seem to have a pulse, and well, he was rushed to a hospital in a comatose. And less than an hour later, well, he was pronounced dead in hospital.
I guess I'm just making this because the information, what I just heard, was that he's passed.
At the time of this recording, the suspects are still on the loose, described as two black males wearing hoodies, and the shooter was wearing a red mask. And the suspects, well, they escaped in a black Dodge Journey. Now, if you have any information about this crime that might lead to an arrest, please contact the Broward County Sheriff's Department. Now, his death, it has brought up a lot of questions. The internet has been set ablaze with rumors that he's still alive. Others are pointing fingers at other rappers who may have had something to do with this. Now, he does have 2 unreleased projects, a mixtape titled I Need Jesus, and a studio album titled Skins. And their future release at the moment, well, it remains unclear. Also, well, there was a tremendous outpour of condolences from both new media stars and A-listers. I might make a